So today we have with us Deepak Thomas sir, who is the founder of SVAYO. Prior to SVAYO, he's had a career of over 20 years across coding, product, sales and strategy, working in companies large and small. At SVAYO, he said he and his team have an ambitious goal to make salon styling highly personalized and experiential through AI and social. So, sir, as we already know about you, that you love to have great conversations, so we are looking forward to have one with you.
I hope to
We have a few questions, and then we can always, dance around those topics also, and you can teach us as many things as you want.
I'll share. I can't teach, but I'll share.
Definitely. We'll pick the learnings from it, sir.
Okay. I'm good.
Okay. So, what do you want to begin?
Yeah, so starting with the first question, sir. So since it is for us career growth and at this point, what is most important for us is to actually looking for jobs and placements coming in.
Sure.
So my first question to you is how to choose a job for yourself. A correct job with suits your profile and everything. So how do we go about it?
Look, like you said, I have a fairly long career. I feel a bit old sitting here, guys. What I can share is when I started my career, I didn't have any sort of coaching of what you should try to do, etc. And there was no word called passion. Nobody was using the word called passion. There was no YouTube there, nothing. We just attempted what we could, and we started realizing what was fitness as well. And we went with the flow. You guys have life is brilliant now. Trust me on it. Forget about traffic, forget about other problems. Right? Life is brilliant today. Right? A concept which I like to think about today, which I wish I had then, is a Japanese concept called Ikigai. I'm sure you guys.
Quite a famous one.
Right? I'm sure you guys have, maybe it's also been part of your curriculum, maybe, or you would have.
Not curriculum, yes. I had a chance to read.
Definitely our social life, because it has been of a great influence. We see people reading and we want to be influenced by something like that. So
Absolutely. And for me, the more I understand it, the more I feel that it applies for everything in life. Right? So it's exactly suited for careers, because there's something about what will be paid for. But I think in general, that's a fantastic concept. Right? To answer your question, that career is about you and the world. Right? It's not just the world, it's not just you, it's about it's about you and the world.
the coordination.
It's about
And
bridging the
coordination.
gap and the coordination.
Absolutely. And why the framework sounds so brilliant is the four circles, right? And the Venn diagram and the intersection is so easy for humans to understand. Right? So I would really say, I would probably go by, if I were you guys, I would go by just thinking about Ikigai. Understand it, draw four circles, put everything in your mind into those four circles. Right? So essentially, you means what you're good at, right? And what you love to do. These are two circles of the you part in Ikigai, right? What you love to do and what you are good at. The world part is what does the world need / want, and what is the world willing to pay, reward, incentivize you for. Right? So there are four circles, right? If you start putting all what you know about the world on those two circles related to the world, and all what you know about yourself, the two circles about you, I really feel as a professional we will start understanding what each of us will be looking ahead for. Right? Each of us.
We'll find a place.
Absolutely. It could be for sports, it could be for marketing, it could be for somebody who wants to make a career out of not for profit ventures. Right? I think it fits really well. So if I were you guys, I would just say what a lovely concept. It's more practical than theoretical. It's good to know about the four blocks, but it's about us putting our 5 good traits into what we're good at, what you love doing, right? Automatically you start realizing, identity we all have to do pragmatic. There's no ideal world ever out there. There's no utopia, right? We'll all go through our learnings. Like I said, in our times, people before me, just had to go with the flow. Right? We would choose, of course, but there wasn't tons of information to help you choose. There were books, of course, make sure you follow maybe Ikigai. That's what I can
Yes.
say.
So that's a great suggestion from
Thank you.
your side. Would you like to finish this question?
How do we know what we are passionate about? And I think you just answered it.
Yes.
Yes, I think, look, I think your earlier question was an overarching question.
It's a very fancy word for
Passion,
yes.
Yes.
Passion, finding the mojo, finding yourself. These are very fantasized and very publicized words.
I think so.
And if we are following it as students, I'm asking, if we are following it, are we following just a fantasy or it could be reality?
I would
But
answer.
maybe to restructure, I can say, how do you define passion?
Okay, I'll probably start with the fact that I don't like the word passion so much. Okay, I'm just bearing it on. I think it's very cliche and I think it's very overused. And the threat and problem with that is we all think we understand, many of us don't. That's a worry I have with the word passion. I would just say passion is usually a bit misunderstood as doing something you love. Generally, if you speak to people, my passion is I love this, so I'm going to do that. I would just go back to the Ikigai framework and say what passion should be really is figuring out what you love and the intersection of what you're good at. If you don't, it's just, look, I love hiking, right? So that's my passion. Okay, fine. How long will you do that? That could be a hobby, but is that your passion? Are you really good at? Can you make a YouTube channel out of hiking, right?
I can think of something Amazon CEO, he had said find out the difference, realize the difference between your hobbies and the things you're actually good at, because your hobby cannot be your profession. Your profession has to be different. But you have to really love it.
So I think in this framework, in Ikigai, if you look at these two circles, the intersection of what you love doing and what you're good at, I feel that's where you find passion. Even though I'm not a big fan of the word passion, I think don't just go by what you love. That's the only thing I can share.
There are multiple things.
Yeah, just see whether you're really good at it.
Like our generation has just misinterpreted it a lot and exploited this word a lot. Passion and
Every
passion.
thought reel is this what it is, this your passion, is this your passion,
I'm passionate about.
And I also fear it's not about just passion. Anything which is overused, I
Yeah.
fear doesn't have its real meaning out there.
Yeah, it loses its essence.
I agree with that.
So with that, I go on to the next question. So since you have a startup, like a brand, you're branding. So what are the key skills a budding marketing professional should acquire, or he or she should possess?
I want to maybe show my age. I'm somebody who really believes that whoever has thought about the 4 P's, which is popular of course, and written down books and volumes about it, there is nothing better as a Bible for you guys than 4 P's, even today. Okay? Like I always believe, theory is great. You can read books, you have hazard books, but how can you take the 4P and implement it? And I don't know if you've been taken through this case study class. There is a 4P for blood banks as well. Right? What would be the 4P for a blood bank? What is the price? What is a product? When you have a blood bank campaigning in this college, right? What is there for? Okay. The product.
Thought in that way.
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to say. Take 4P out of the books into our lives, okay, as a marketer. The product which I'm trying to sell is a non-monetary product called Feel Good. The only product they're selling is they're making you feel good. The price you pay for feeling good is that 1 ounce or 1 pint of blood. That's a price you pay. Right? The
You
product
have
is
developed the story and you're selling the story.
Yeah.
And we're just accompanying ourselves, associating yourselves to that story by
Absolutely.
buying that product.
Absolutely. Everywhere 4P is what I'm trying to say is that you rewind and look at this archaic, in some sense, concept of 4P. The product the blood bank sells is a feel-good factor. The price you pay is your pint of blood, right? The channel, your place is a blood bank, right? And the promotion is maybe a certificate or that mango juice, right? That's all promotion, right? And look at how an initiative like that is also run for. So whether it's digital marketing, whether it's marketing for a manufacturing company, I think 4P and the power of that still is so true. I mean, people are saying there's 7P, there's 8P, or there's 4 Cs. It doesn't matter, right? I think as a marketer, my first sharing here is think more about that 4P than what Dr. has just mentioned. Like this. The second thing is, I think in my own little way, marketing is a way you find that important customer set. Marketing is a way to find a customer.
So not literally, just throwing a product to the audience, but actually segmenting, targeting, and positioning your dealer.
Absolutely.
So be very specific instead of simply.
Absolutely. Use STP, right? You figure out ways and figure out that one customer. Marketing is the art and science in my mind
Yes.
of finding that one customer, okay, for your product. And that one customer, when I say one, there will be a lot of lookalikes. That is your customer segment. Right? Sales is the art and science of serving those many customers. Right? That's in my mind marketing. And so if one has an approach of, look, everybody's not a customer, right? You can't serve everybody. But if I can find that one customer for this product or service, marketing has done its job, right? And find it and reach, right? So finding is good. And I'll tell you a lot about young startups. We start with that one customer, we start with the product, we think there's a match, but then we fail to reach that many customers. We fail to find that many lookalikes, right? So the art of finding, the art of reaching, and the art of communicating to your one customer at the lookalike, I think that's fine, right? So if you can take 4P and look at these things, right, and say, how do I find that one customer and the lookalikes, and how through a brand story can I communicate with your job? You can be so powerful. I would really maintain marketing is one of the most powerful jobs that is the most powerful, right? And it's not.
It's here we are in marketing.
So good luck to you guys, right? Good luck to you guys. I think, look, it's very powerful and it's hyper competitive. Everything is results oriented. Everything has to be measured. So
that one skill is just to wear those 4P glasses and look at the world through those.
Be specific in your approach.
Absolutely. Right? And like STP, right? Figure out that one customer.
That actually, whatever you said, concludes down to this point that retaining a customer is, way more cheaper than actually finding a new one.
No doubt.
So you should be very specific, like the one where instead of just trying to acquire more,
Sure.
you should be qualitative in your
Sure. In startups like ours, we say finding a user is a vanity metric. Finding a vanity, right? You feel good. Like
Yeah.
10,000 downloads, you actually feel good. It means nothing unless that user is a customer, right? And a customer is somebody who believes in you, not just pays that one rupee. They believe in you, and like you said, they come back to you. That's your customer. Right?
So sir, there are definitely multiple horizons to every startup, but then specifying to the marketing aspect of any group that is becoming a startup and they're coming together with their ideologies. So what is that? What kind of technologies should marketers be equipped to expand or to even initiate their startup? What are the technologies, the aspects that sometimes go unnoticed because we are so passionate? We just follow the passion, but then there are technical things that have to be kept in mind.
Sure. I want to throw something really weird at you guys, okay? And that is, forget as a marketer who might want to apply. Speak to hundreds and 200s and 300s of people. Make that learning and then touch your tools. Only then touch it. Maybe it's a weird thing to say when you're sitting in front of so many avenues to reach people. I'm saying forget about that. Go to your family, friends, people on the road, people in the college, people at any large agency. Sit there and just talk to them flat out the best way. And figure out whether as a marketer, what you're trying to do aligns with it. And out of 200 people, if there are 30 people who say, brilliant, the others my passion, find out what are the 30 lookalikes and figure out on digital, on other areas where they're in, right? Figure out how to reach them. Right? So I might not start with tools. I will go with these two things, right? My brain, my hands, right? My energy. I would strongly believe that's the biggest asset we have. The biggest, and then go with different marketing techniques. So it could be, if it's a large company, think about how to craft a good brand story. Right? Should you be relevant more on YouTube or more on TV based on your background? If it's an older audience, they might be watching news, television news. Right? If it's a younger audience, they might be on Instagram. So figure out. I believe the tools come later. The study and the art comes first. Right? And tools, I mean, there are lots of tools.
Everybody who's there on social media, who are there in the digital space, but they are, it is a very obvious thing that they are other people. The things they think about, the way they act in the actual world, it is always different than what they are on social media and in the digital presence.
Sure.
Because I might see an advertisement of a brand on social media, but I would go to a store and buy some baby B brand.
Sure.
So
Absolutely.
you have to know what the person is thinking in these both, right?
I absolutely believe so. And I think this is not my learning. Like I said, not as some you can teach, but my learning. What we're trying to do at SVAYO is the entire salon style space, I believe, is very transactional. Right? I go when I need a haircut. You guys go maybe when you need a threading, and then it's very transactional to your need. The last thing I see is that this is an inspiring industry. If I ask you, would inspiration come first in your mind? Maybe not, right? Actually, if you look at it, this is an industry which makes us not look like cavemen and cavemen. Think about it, right? If we didn't have these guys talking about style, rendering services, right? Doing the beard style or haircut, you don't look like cavemen and cavemen. There's no doubt about it. Are we thinking about this industry that way? In my mind, no. Right? And in my mind, there's a lot of things which happen pre and post fulfillment. What I mean by fulfillment is the act of a haircut or a facial, that's fulfillment. Right? You're going for a need, that's met. But there's a lot happening before. Youngsters like you're on social, looking at influencers, what they're saying. Right? You might have Billie Eilish as one of your idols, right? She's going green and then she's painted all down. What's happening? Right? I want to be like that. Can I try? Should I chop off my hair? What are people going to say? Right? There's so much of activity happening in your minds and in your social circles before that fulfillment. There's so much which happens post that. Right? What SVAYO is trying to do is get that entire consumer journey into one platform. Entire, right? Including AI styling, including social, right? Fulfillment. That's what we're trying to do. Now coming to your question, right? What we've done to reach our customers is exactly what I said we should do. Tools, right? Insta ads, Google ads. We're like, okay, so if we get so many people from Google, we know these are the people we reach. But never are we going and checking whether we are communicating to them the right way. Because they're far off. They're in the digital space, they're far off.
That's how they're seeing.
Absolutely. So what I did recently and what I was doing is, we're going to salons, spending time there. We have a survey which we give to people. None of us are fancy sellers. Nobody wants to fill some place. We'll figure out how to do a gamification around that, but that's a different story. They with some difficulty fill the, I think, smart looking questions that me as the founder. But what I do is I actually look at their face for this. I don't look at what answers they're getting. Completely anonymous. But I see which of these questions excite them. Right? You can never get that with an Insta ad. You have to sit in front of the person. Right? Then I say, okay, these guys come and say, this is fantastic. I've never seen something like this. And I said, sir, ma'am, can you try it out? And you just press this button and get into the survey. And there again, I look at when they're stuck. Okay, they keep scrolling, they're frustrated, look at them on their face, some people. And I say, okay, well, what I try to do, I want to book a service. Okay, I help them, right? So I know in a particular flow, something is not meeting something. And I know in a particular flow, you're excelling. Right? It's like people just get it, right? You can never get these tools. You rely on tools, you're separating yourself from your customer extremely far. You know your customer and then address them.
We just, by using these tools, as you say, we just make them aware of our presence. But then that awareness comes and goes with hundreds of ads coming in front of us.
I take from your responses that the best feedback is expressions.
Absolutely, well said, right? Absolutely. Don't distance yourself from that ever. Once you know that, then use technology, right? But don't start with technology is what I was saying.
It is also a mantra of marketing that you should know your customers at the ground level and not sitting in AC cabins, as our sir says, like not walking up in the AC cabins, but actually going down in the market.
No doubt about it, guys. I'm telling you, whether it's a really hot tech startup or whether it's you get to join Coke or Pepsi or one of your brands, I would just suggest that you guys should be in front of people.
Who are actually using our
100%. That's a marketer's job, right? To figure out what these people are emoting, right?
Yes.
And
where things are right, where things are
correct. Sales will sell, but you guys are the discovery agents.
We're finding the right apple to shoot. Like, and when it drops, the salespeople will just get it.
I don't want to push down salespeople so much, but look, what I'm trying to say is you guys are discovery agents, right? What you discover and the insights you discover are what the other departments, the other teams will hold on to. And it could also be a technical technology team. If marketing does a great job, the technology providers through an app or a website or whatever can do an even better job. Okay, so
if you give them a good base, it is always easy to build on. Rather than,
companies spend so much money on just eliminating the data that is not relevant.
that's true.
But if you're standing in front of a person, you're seeing expressions, you're getting the best response.
I would believe so. I would absolutely believe so.
So yes, going on foot is the best solution as to begin with.
Begin with, and then amplify that with tools.
yes.
Don't start with tools. You can't amplify that too much.
Yes.
You start with knowing your
That is
customer.
always second.
That's secondary, which will help you reach a lot of people without leaving your feet. But the first time you say is just go meet people, talk to people.
So sir, this brings us down to the next question. Like, how do we know that which company is actually good for us? Like, how do we choose rather?
So, I would start with knowing yourself. Maybe some of us are really good at crafting a story around the brand, around what the product or the service or the company does. Maybe some people are good at defining what the product should be, right? So, looking at the wide world and saying there is a problem here and it needs a solution like A, X and Y, right? So, some of us are that way. And some of us get into the operations level to execute campaigns, right? Each of us are different. And I would believe that today there is no dearth of opportunities. Opportunities are there around the world. You don't have limitations like some of us used to have in terms of distance, reach, right? Who's good at what. You already know what the world is doing, right? You already know what the Goldman Sachs is doing. You already know what the Coca-Cola is doing, right? Knowledge is there with you. I think it starts with identifying oneself, right? And The other thing I would say is you guys should make use of as much of your networks as possible to reach out to people working in these places and figure out the work cultures. Because finally you're going to spend a lot of your time in working in a company, right? And I do believe that you work in a company, but you work for a boss. You work for your teammates, right? And once you get the essence of what that company is, you start saying, okay, this is my fit. Maybe you would be wrong, right? I mean, for sure, but you've done your bit, you've done your due diligence in terms of...
And not becoming part of the red crowd, which always craves about their job and their
Absolutely,
boss
right?
and
You're unlike,
company.
you only live once. Make use of your networks to figure out whether I like these companies. Is it a fit for me, the person I am, and what I'm good at, and I love these things? Is it a good fit? I would just say go flat out, go talk to a lot of people and figure out if the world is giving you those options.
Not the information, we just have to find what the right person.
Sure.
So, since you have so much experience in like corporates also, and then now you've shifted to entrepreneurship, so that is basically the dream of every marketer also. But now we know that majority of the CEOs who are there, who are now coming up with their own startups, they are not from marketing background. And we want to inspire whoever is watching this, and we want to get inspired that we are marketing people and we also want to be entrepreneurs someday. But that is it is taking us back a step because it's a little demotivating to see that there are not many CEOs who are from marketing background, just marketing. So sir, how has the paradigm shifted today, and what should we be prepared for in the future that could stop us just because we are from marketing? And since marketing has also gone digital, so how do we see ourselves, how do we place ourselves on a good level in the future?
This is related to just jobs or entrepreneurship, or is it related to entrepreneurship? You asked everything, but you're essentially asking about entrepreneurship.
Yes.
You know, I truly meant it when I said marketing is an extremely powerful function. Okay? Because if you guys do your job, you really know problem areas of the world, right? And a marketer tries to fix those problems through mechanisms of branding, through product definition, whatever, right? It's all marketing. I would be really surprised if I don't see more marketers becoming founders. Now, the thing we see about startups is startups have tech, right? So it needs a tech founder, right? That's the only way we can change the world. I'm a big believer that tech will be in everything we do. Okay, so that's guaranteed. But tech is a tool to solve a problem. Tech is only a tool to solve a problem.
Not the solution.
That is not the solution by
Who
itself.
will get them the problem?
You guys, of course. I
Who
mean,
will give them the solution?
you guys. Somebody implements for you. You guys. So be bold, but figure out that I think entrepreneurship is really about ticking a few boxes. Right? One, is there a problem in the first place? Is it a large enough problem? Can it be solved through ABCD? If so, how soon can it be done? Is it going to be a life changer? A very simple example. I don't know how many of you guys have booked train tickets using IRCTC when they launched. Maybe none of you.
From the past 1 or 2 years,
That's
I
it,
think
right?
that.
That's
Yes.
it, right? When IRCTC was launched, the closest substitute was standing in the queue in railway stations.
And
to
people
book.
were preferring that.
And that was the only option, right?
Yes.
And the problem there was you stand and sweat writing a form for a ticket. That is a problem statement, right? If there is internet, why can't you sit at home and do that, right? So that is a problem identified, a solution. Technology is only a tool for that, right? So if you guys can think about these things, why wouldn't a marketer be the choice for the best entrepreneur, right? So that's the first thing. The second thing I would say is one can't be an entrepreneur if one cannot empathize. build maybe the best app, but what if that app doesn't solve somebody's problem? So building may not be unique. It's about empathizing. Is there a need for what you're building? Right? Is what you're building close to what somebody wants? Right? So I would say empathy at the core is something which every entrepreneur should have. Right? And thirdly, be practical. Go after things which need solutions. Right? People may say that it may not be something immediately required, but if you can see a future where it's required, if you can put your heart and soul, go for it. Last but not the least, it's not you guys as marketers. This requires 14, 16 hours of every single day.
So on this amazing note, we would like to conclude this session, sir. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for inviting
And
me.
giving us these insights, because this information was always out there, but we had to look at it from a perspective. So thank you for giving us perspective today, sir. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for inviting me, and thank you for making me feel young like you guys. And thank you for making me feel cool. I hope I've shared a few things which I went through in my life and my learnings. And I hope it helps you guys.
Definitely, we'll definitely hear from you, sir, again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.